What is up, everyone? JD here with another everyday carry video for you guys. I hope you're all having a wonderful week and doing well today. Today, I actually wanted to talk about a budget knife that I have found. I can't believe the value of this knife. Like, I just want to dive right into it. So, I found the QSP Parrot. Now, if you had seen any of my recent videos, you saw where I actually picked up the QSP Penguin, and I had indicated that this particular knife, this was phenomenal value for the money. This knife cost roughly $33. It's like 32 and some change. It is micarta with steel liners. It has D2 steel with a satin finish. It has a reversible tip up, tip down deep carry pocket clip that you can see here, and it was on phosphor bronze washers, which gives it buttery smooth action. 3.1 inch blade length, sheep's foot, which is a very utilitarian, very usable EDC blade length. And I just happened to check out QSP. I was looking at the rest of their lineup. It got me curious to see what else that they have. And I found this Parrot, and I'll do a little bit better of a comparison against the Penguin here in a second, but I wanted to talk a little bit about this knife, okay? So this is a 3.25 inch D2 blade steel with a satin finish, drop point blade shape, and it is also on phosphor bronze washers. This is a red micarta. It does not have a deep carry pocket clip, but it is reversible. It is micarta. The micarta scales are on the stainless steel liners, and the most impressive thing about this knife is that it's $29, $28 and some change. This is unbelievable value. The QSP Penguin, without a doubt, is fantastic value at 33 bucks. But to get a 3.25 inch blade with D2 steel, a full flat grind, all the way to the top for $29. How is nobody talking about this knife? I just don't understand. It's, again, on phosphor bronze washers. It has a nice little knockout here for the liner, which is liner lock, which is very nice to operate and engage with. The action is awesome. The detent is decent. It's not going to fly out because it's not going to give a whole lot of resistance, but you're not going to be able to ooh, hold on. You can shake it out, apparently, if you try really hard. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. I hadn't really tested that before now, so yeah. I mean, I'm throwing the knife down hard. Let's see. Yeah, so the detent is actually kind of soft, so if you're the type of person that you worry about pocket deployment, you might want to take note of that. But the knife, honestly, for $29, I mean, I just can't get over that. The blade centering is fantastic. The blade thickness is good. The thumbs really nice and intuitive. There is zero blade play. Zero. No lashing whatsoever. No, I'm putting my finger over the blade, but no detent ball lash. Man, like, I just can't get over that that's a $29 knife. Another knife here that I have that has D2 micarta and stainless steel liners, it's a $52, $53 knife, and that is the Civivi Elementum with D2 steel, micarta again. In my instance, not reversible, but it does have a hollow grind, a little bit different flipper tab. But I mean, $53, D2 micarta stainless steel liners, right? The basics. Does have ceramic caged ball bearings, giving you phenomenal action and a little bit better of a detent retention there. And I don't know, quality I can't really speak to, but and the Elementum is just slightly thinner. I mean, slightly thinner. It weighs a little bit less. But $29. I mean, who cares that it comes out like that? It's not like regular use that's not going to come out easily. And I'll look to make sure that there's nothing loose in there. I've been playing and fidgeting with it a lot because I wanted to give a good impression. The micarta feels really good. It's really, really well done. My D2, I typically, as you saw with my D2 Elementum, I typically end up doing an acid etch stone wash. I might just do a stone washing to kind of help protect the satin finish and dull it down a little bit and protect the coating. But again, it's a $29 knife. Let me move this out of the way before I try it with the Penguin. Okay, so the Penguin, I was trying really hard. I could feel it wanting to do it. And it could be that I just need to look at, I can't get it to quite open all the way, but you see it falls open. I'm like slamming the hell out of this knife to get it to do that. I didn't realize that, honestly, in the review of the Penguin. This one here, I actually bleached it up to try to get as much of this red out, because this looks more like a brick red. And then I ended up getting some racing car red Rit dye and dyeing this back to that brighter red. I think it looks better. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. You may like it, you may not. The other thing that I'll notice right off the bat, the ergonomics are a little bit different, but it's a very neutral position, so it's very comfortable in hand. There's no issue with that at all. The thumb studs are a little bit different. They're a little bit beefier, and so is the pivot. A little bit beefier on the Penguin. Now, I do have it lined up by the thumb studs instead of the pivot at this particular instance, but when I bring it up to the pivot, you'll see that 3.25 inch blade length makes it a little bit longer than the Penguin. And then when you compare, and I'm trying not to touch the blade to the spine here, from the pivot, you can see that blade length is a little bit longer, and so is that handle length, just a touch bit longer. So if this feels a little bit small in hand, you might want to check out this $29 Parrot. I mean, it just amazes me how competitive the sub $50 value, budget-minded pocket knife market has become. I mean, these are really well done knives. They're on phosphor bronze washers. Now, one thing that I want to stipulate that's a caveat, and I have not disassembled the Parrot yet. Obviously, I disassembled, or maybe not obviously, but I did disassemble to bleach and dye the micarta scales on the Penguin. And what I found is, and I'll throw that in here, these have sandwiched washers, meaning there's two phosphor bronze washers on either side of the knife, and there's a nylon spacer between the washer and the blade. Does that impact the performance? No. What it does make me worry about in the longevity of things is what happens when someone maybe oils the knife too much and dirt and grime and dust start to get in there, and it's, you know, grinding, for lack of a better word, against that nylon washer spacer. Is it going to deteriorate? Is it going to cause it to bind up? I don't know. That's why I have a big issue with the Rat, because the Rat and the Rat 2 from Ontario have nylon washers, and I don't like that. I feel like that's susceptible to damage in the long term. Now, if these knives are tiny, you probably just carry them in your pocket for light duty, opening some mail, opening your Amazon packages. These will even break down your boxes. You're probably not using these for any type of heavy duty use. But I just, at $29, I cannot knock this knife in any way, shape, or form. I mean, this is a very recommendable knife for $29. Micarta D2. The detent is kind of light. As you can see, I'm not throwing this one down as hard as the Penguin. But that, the further down you go on the handle, it was pop. There it goes. It's sliding out. Like, I'm having to forcefully do it, and that's probably not a motion that you're normally going to do. But that's my review of the Penguin. Sorry, Parrot. That's my review of the Parrot. Highly recommendable knife. I will do long-term review, long-term follow-up. The other thing about these knives, as you can see here, you know, bleaching it and dyeing it, this price point, if you're just starting to do that or wanting to do that or wanting to customize it at 29, 33 bucks, who cares? Go to town. Like, these are my favorite knives to test and practice and do those things on before I step up to, like, you know, my over $100 knives. How you liking that Virginia Tech Burgundy there, by the way? I think that looks awesome. And that's these were the natural G10 scales from Flytanium, the Lotus scales that are contoured. I'm trying to see what I can do about possibly getting some orange for those tech colors. But anyway, getting off on a tangent. That's it. The Parrot, $29. Go out and buy it. Highly recommend it. D2, micarta, stainless steel, reversible pocket clip, Fosterbron washers, even with the nylon spacers, who cares? It's $29. I don't know that you're going to be able to beat this. This is a fantastic value. Like, holy. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Think about subscribing. It helps the channel. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future content that comes out. Any links that you use in the description below, this will be linked in the description below. Helps me. I get a little bit of a kickback, and you don't pay anything extra. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Peace.